So Splatoon 2 for the most part is done with updates. No more weapons seem to be coming out, and the last, I think it's the last, but knowing Nintendo, who freaking knows, Splatfest, which was Mushroom vs. Star, was finished about a month ago to rigged results. So that leaves a community slightly revitalized from the Christmas season and the recent Splatfest to enjoy the game that they've been left and speculate what might occur in Splatoon 3 if there is one. Also, this is post-standing alpha here. Everything you're about to hear in this video was recorded like a week ago because I didn't know that Splatoon 3 would be announced this week. But since we still don't know much, this video is still very valid, so you can watch to the end and hear all these juicy points. Anyway, back to past alpha. So I came up with not just one, not just 5, but 33 things that are going to be in Splatoon 3. I chose 33 because of a random number generator that thought it was funny, and because the third game in the franchise, because it's Splatoon 3. Let us skip the news. You don't know how many times I try to rush through the dialogue when there isn't something special like Splatfest results. There's a scene where I can skip DJ Octavio's JoJo cutscene. Let me do the same for these two. Splatoon 2 made a half step. Now do the other half, please. Also, side note, whose mind am I reading when I say there are days when you're so fast clicking through the news and then your instant gratification filled self proceeds to check the menu anyway to see what the maps are. For Callie and Shortcake Shirley over here to be kidnapped and performing for the Altarians down under so the real idols can run things around here. A way for you to change your weapons mid-match, so that way crap like this doesn't end up happening. Not sure how it would change the competitive scene, let me know in the comments if you might, but on a more casual level, I feel like this will be easier to do during some matches. At your spawn point, you can go ahead and change it in a UI that's similar to the testing range. A way to play ranked that doesn't make you have to win matches like 7-1 or more to have a net gain for the day. I see +0 and then -56 and I often cry from it. I get that to a point like the top 500. Losses should greatly outnumber wins as a cost from being near the top, but not like this. Limited time modes other than Splatfest and Samarun to keep interest in the game. Every Halloween or Christmas you can make a limited time mode that can only be played around the Splatfest to bring further variety of the game if you are just gonna plunge everyone into nighttime turf war for a day or 3. More haircuts please, I'm tired of looking like Bob Ross's gelatinous haired brother. And while we're on the topic of hair and other customization options, loot boxes baby, where you get to pay for your hair and other cosmetics. Oh, I can't even say that one with a straight face. But still, keep the hair idea. Have Clamblets never show up on the Splatoon 3 rank list again. Or just have it show up on April Fools and then pull it out for Splat Zones. The ability to make private battles by just sending out a code without adding people on my Nintendo Switch. The ability to make private battles with the ability to kick or block people entirely from joining my one specific lobby on my Nintendo Switch. A camera feature for Splatoon 3 to view replays of your past matches. Thank you in advance, Nogami. And before you even start with the, oh, they can't add this, shut your trap right now or you get the clap. Look at the Splatoon 2 4.0.0 trailer. Imagine if we could have a camera like that doesn't just face the back of players while shooting in spectator mode. It would be awesome. The music montage peeps would just Have Sheldon's dialogue for the Clash Blaster just be, it's stupid. Or, you know, we could just take the Glash out of the game entirely. You did it with the Dual Squelcher, come on, let's go! For the Inkzuka to be the only Splatoon 1 special to return in Splatoon 3. Offline fights against, at most, 7 other CPU players. You ever have those nights at a motel where you want to play Splatoon 2, but then you realize why the motel has free Wi-Fi? Then you can hone your skills with offline battles where you can set the difficulty of your opponents. Local split screen multiplayer, no more of the Battle Dojo bullcrap. If it's possible with Mario Kart, I feel like Splatoon can maybe do it too. This is for private battles, don't get sweaty, but a life system? That way whenever I do my fan videos, Editing Alpha doesn't need to pull out the calculator every game to edit in who's alive. Daily intriguing missions. Where'd I get that idea? Don't worry about it. It'll be a way for players to actually try and achieve something in the game beyond trying to get badges for their weapons, and that vibe meter that I feel like I'm the only one who looks at. You know what else might be a good idea? Adding a Splatoon 2 version of V-Bucks into this game. Have people pay like $1,000 for extra haircuts and weaponry skins. Ooh, we can even call them Splatty Bugs. Fucking Splatty Bugs. If someone can't tell that some of these are jokes after this one, I don't know what will. Ways to get sea snails beyond leveling up. Once Splatoon 3 stops Splatfest in like 2027 after it's been like 3 years. I hope that statement doesn't age horribly. I want additional ways to get sea snails. That can come with these challenges along with things like gold, ability chunks, and gear. The harder the mission, the better reward you might be able to get. A way for us to choose the map we want. This could happen in Turf War and maybe ranked if it doesn't tick off the more serious players, and could go along with us changing weapons mid-match to give us true freedom over our games. A more expansive single player that isn't just beating DJ Octavio for the 3rd time. It was cool for the first entry and it was a cute tie-in in the sequel, but especially with the Octolings coming to the surface now, we don't need to fight him 3 times. If we do, please let this be the last time. And maybe he can be part of like an even bigger antagonist plot. Playable Salmonids. Would they be any sort of competitively viable? No, but it would just be like Hero and Smash. It would be funny. Or, I mean, if you can program it, let the small fry freaking wield a Hydra, I don't care. Cloud saves, please. I don't need my $5 game about babies having Hershey squirting diarrhea in 4 different colors to have autosaves. I want my Squid Game that I spent over 1,000 hours in to have autosaves. I know there was the whole save scumming thing in Splatoon 1, but pure gear which you can get anyway now with merch, or having to restart the entire game after hurling your controller at a wall from a ranked match. Which do you think we should choose? Okay, I know I said no more DJ Octavio, but like how cool would it be for a Friday Night Funkin' style fight with characters like him or Tartar be for a minigame in the lobby? Speaking of, bring back in-lobby minigames! Until the game starts, we can just press some random button like minus or plus to minimize and play some 8-bit games like Squid Jump or whatever. I'd actually love for this to come back from Splatoon 1. For me, put an explosive on Sea Cucumber and tell him test fail whenever he falls off the wall. Totally on his own, too. For motion controls to actually work when lying horizontally, Inklings and Octolings have necks, they can freaking use them. That'll make it easier to truly play the Switch how you want, too. Like, Billy, come over here for a second. What do you need me for? This is mainly for if Splatoon 3 is on another console, but please change the voice chat system. I don't know one person who unironically plays like this instead of just using Discord. If you do, stop it and get some help. The ability to comment on posts, almost like a Miiverse. It's better than sending out posts not even knowing how many likes it's gonna get in game. Do you see art like in the plaza? I want to comment on this person's art and absolutely throw love and admiration at them. Maybe the ability for the community to submit some Splatfest ideas? Some creators have made their own themes, some of which are very interesting. And that way this won't be repeated. And lastly, I'd probably just say more weapons. Splatoon 2 had a good start with the Dualies class, and added some interesting additions to the Slosher and Splatling class, like this Office Depot looking garbage right here. But if there's one weapon I want over all the rest, it's the Kensa Blah Blah! And those were 33 things that I think should be in Splatoon 3. Some points were a little sillier than others, but I hope that every single one of these will be in Splatoon 3. What do you want there to be in Splatoon 3? Let me know in the comments, and remember to leave a like on this video and subscribe to Elfstar716 for more content on Splatoon 2 and other things gaming. If you don't, the weapon you use will never be used in Splatoon 3. See you all next time.